And hello, everybody. Welcome to Critical Hit Games Night. Critical Hit Games Night. Wow, I thought I could talk before I logged in here. Apparently, I can't. But thank you so much for joining me. My name's Ruel. I see some friends in chat. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Brian Ashman, Cosmic Beat. Thanks for stopping by. This is a new here at Critical Hit Games in Corona, California. Now, I'm actually in the home studio, but I'm streaming obviously to the Critical Hit Games Twitch channel. Every Thursday, though, I'm there in the store with Chris, the owner, and also other guests. Luis has been hanging out with us as well lately, and we play games from the store, so that's a lot of fun. And I just wanted to, spread the love a little bit and get the word out a bit more. Critical Hit Games in Corona, California. Great game store. It is the definition, I think, of friendly local game store. Really great open space, lots of games, lots of gaming, whether it's RPGs or tabletop game, board games or tabletop gaming such as Warhammer. They've got a really good community out there. So if you're ever in Southern California, come on down to the store. But even if you're not, that's cool. Hang out with me here. We're gonna preview some games. I asked y'all in chat, what new games are y'all excited about? This is the time of year when a lot of us are going to be giving away games, gifting games because of the holidays. So I'd like to hear what you're gifting as well. Brian says Point Galaxy. They had it at PAX Unplugged, but we'll be going to Kickstarter in January. Yes, Brian, I am so excited about that. I know that there's a lot of us that are fans of Flat Out Games, and that line of games is outstanding. What do we had? Point Salad, the first one. Then last year they had Point City, which I was a big fan of. Point Galaxy. I mean, you had me at Point Salad meets space, sci-fi. So I'm definitely into that. I haven't even looked at really closely the mechanism. Excuse me, the mechanisms or anything. Brian, if you could share that in chat, that'd be great. I'm gonna pop a cough drop just because I started coughing, but we shall. I can't wait to check that out. I've got a couple of games here that I wanted to share with y'all. The not Legacy, Clank Catacombs game. I just got the expansion, and it's actually on sale at Critical Hit Games. So what I'm doing today, rather than playing through a game, I want to save that for Thursday nights. I'll be there Thursday night. We've got a really fun game. I'm excited about it. We'll be announcing that soon on the socials. So if you don't follow already, check out the. Let me pop that cough drop. Check out the store here, Critical Hit Games. There's the link right there. Please follow us on the socials, folks. And that's when we announce game nights and everything. There's an event literally every day at the store, whether it's Magic or board games, like an open board game night, or other events, tournaments. They just had a big Catan tournament, one of the regional qualifiers. They also had a big Lorcana tournament, if you're into that. I need to get a Lorcana. I keep looking at those cards like, oh, this looks really cool. So, Brian Ashman says, you're putting planets in numerical order around suns. Okay, cool. I'm down with it. I just, that whole system, right? Point Salad, great game, great system. And I just realized I don't have my alerts on. So if you've just followed or you are following for the first time or a new viewer of the channel, thank you so much. I want to thank Brian and Cosmic Beat, Xavier Crafts as well for following the channel. Really appreciate it. We're slowly but surely building up the channel. That I'm working with Critical Hit Games, their team, to build up their Twitch presence and online presence, and get some videos out for y'all and live streams as well. So why don't we jump into things here? I'm going to be showing off some games that are available at the store now. Again, if you're not local, that's cool. Hang out with me. Let's take a look at these games. The first one I wanted to show off is the Clank Catacombs Layers and Lost Chambers. So Direwolf sent this over to me, and I just opened it up. I love Clank Catacombs. You can check out my playthrough on Rahdo's channel. I did that like last year or the year before. It's my favorite Clank. Well, let me take that back. I really love Clank Legacy Acquisitions Incorporated. I'm looking forward to the second one. That's probably my favorite Legacy game experience. However, the Clank game itself, give me Catacombs, because it truly does feel like a part of it. Feels more like a dungeon crawl because you have these tiles, right? Instead of a static board, you're literally drawing tiles and you're building the board as you go. So here's one of the new tiles here. Cosmic Beat says, how many shows are you a part of now, Ruel? Oh man. So we've got this show, Critical Hit Games, on Thursdays. On Wednesdays, as most of you know, Good Morning Society over at Good Time Society, 10 a.m. Wednesdays. And then the R&R show with Rado every other Tuesday at 12 Pacific noon. And then my show on Mondays on my channel, Tabletop Tonight, the AM edition. That's every Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific. So that's looks like 4 shows so far. Cosmic Beat. The things are going to be changing in the new year. I'm going to change things up as the holidays approach. I'm probably going to be doing a rebranding for my own personal stuff, and my goal is to be a little more organized. Or actually, a lot more organized in my personal and work life. So stay tuned for that, folks. If you don't already, join me in my Discord, and you can find that at Tabletop Night tonight. Okay, so. Thanks, Cosmic Beak. I always appreciate your support. It's always nice to see you in chat, my friend. Okay, so I've already opened this up. This is the expansion. It's just a little box. Here are the rules. It comes with 10 new tiles and then 2 of the new like starter tiles, the ones that you first open up. So these are the ones that first go onto the as you're building your board. So you have your main part in the base game. You're going to flip these over, you're going to add these, and then these are the depths here, which go deeper, and it has more things. It has ghosts and stuff, and then we have the cards as well. Why don't we take a look at some of the new stuff here? You get 5 new meeples. We have the Medusa here, the Sphinx here, and then we have 3 living statues. So there's going to be tied in to some of the cards and stuff that come out. New tile features, so you have entry tunnels, pit traps. Okay, you're going to take damage here. Oh, the entry tunnels. These are marked in a distinct color. When you discover such a tile during movement, you must place it so that you complete your movement onto the tile using one of the entry tunnels. So you have to use this, right? And then after that, the entry tunnels, no special thing. It's just you have to place it in a way that goes into that there. And I just realized there that I can turn on the green screen. Okay, so I can show you some new cards, such as this one here, False Bottom. Take a lockpick. If you're in a pit trap, room, 3 coins. Okay, the golden hourglass. These are devices, by the way. So when it arrives, return the lowest value to artifact from the dungeon to the artifact stack. Trophy. When you reshuffle your deck, you get a coin. Okay, I'll show you some more in just a second. Let me make sure we got stuff here. We got the magic barriers. When a tunnel is marked with a magic barrier, you can't move through it using boots if you have an artifact, but you can teleport it through it. Linked one-way tunnels. Some new tiles feature a linked pair of one-way tunnels. When moving through them, the direction you enter from determines which of the 2 tunnels you use. Okay, so if you use it from the top edge, you use a tunnel with the 2 monsters. Okay, if you exit upward from the room on the center of the tile, you use the tunnel without monster icons. Okay, there's a little clarification required. These are the lost chambers. You have the Aegis Shrine, the Altar of the Haunted, and the Bazaar. I love that name. So you have the Mystic Stew, which will heal 3 damage, Magic Ointment, which you can trash a card in your play area, and so forth. So lots of new things here. It's a smaller expansion, but lots of goodies here. Temple of Gold. Okay. And then the layers. So now, in each layer, you're going to encounter a special kind of monsters. This is the biggest change in the expansion. We have the layer of the living statue, so you have 3 of these. Okay. While you're in the layer, you may fight a living statue. You must teleport after defeating a statue if there's another layer or lost chamber in the dungeon to teleport to. Okay, so when you defeat it, teleport to another layer. All right, and these are all the different tiles here. Let me see if I can find the layers. Oh, okay, yeah. Is this it? Yeah. No. I think it's the ones with the ghosts or the layers. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So again, you're going to be shuffling these up with the base game tiles. I always like, whenever, do you always do this when you get an expansion? Do you always put like the new stuff on top? because I always do that just so I can get to the expansion stuff right away. Like if I have to shuffle stuff, I always stack the deck or the tiles so the new stuff's on top. And they actually mentioned that in the instructions this time. I don't think I've ever seen that, but it does say that you may, let me see, when you wish to play, I think it's over here during setup. It said, oh yeah, for your first game, you may wish to shuffle the new tiles and cards on into the top half of their stacks to ensure you will see plenty of the new expansions. I always do that regardless. So yeah, you will be shuffling these new layers in here. Oh, let's take a look. We had the living statue, the Medusa. Okay, that's a little snake lady. You know, can I show this? It's too green. Too green. I mean, I could take off the filter, but then let me take off the filter so you can see a little close-up view of it. Filter off. Yeah, so there's the snake lady. There's Medusa. Okay, putting filter back on. Cool. And then we have the Sphinx. But let's see what the layer Medusa does. When you enter their lair, you must immediately either fight Medusa or turn to stone, which is taking 2 damage. Okay, you do not take additional damage if you remain in the lair, but you may choose to fight on the same turn or a later one, even if you did not fight Medusa when you first entered. Remember that you can't voluntarily take damage if you have no cubes in your supply, or if doing so would completely fill your health meter. In these situations, you can't enter the lair. Now, while you have Medusa as a trophy, you ignore tunnel monsters in addition to the point it gives you for the end of the game. So that's what's cool about these layers. The monsters here, you can use them as trophies, which give you additional abilities, right? Excuse me. Golly. Likewise, finally, the layer of the Sphinx. When you're in this layer, you have 2 different ways to defeat the Sphinx. Use 4 swords to fight it, or pay 7 skill to solve its riddle. Okay, so that's cool. And then as you take a trophy, it's going to be worth a victory point here. So, solve the riddle of the Sphinx. So, there is Clank Catacombs, Lairs and Lost Chambers, folks. The new chambers, of course. Just all the new tiles here. And the really cool addition, I think, are these layers where you have these different monsters and you'll be using those as trophies or whatnot to continue your depth, diving into the depths of Clank. Why don't we show off some more of the cards as well? We have some of the new monsters, such as the Evil Wizard. Okay. This could also be a trophy. Each turn, the first time you play a secret tome, draw a card. The second time, +2 Clank, and then trash the card. Okay, so that's an interesting monster. This tome here, this counts as a secret tome. This is the Tome of Fire. So what's cool about this is it's worth 2 currency, and you get 2 swords as well. So pretty cool to get that tome. Oh, hey, here's a shout out to the Ape Lord, one of the original expansions of Clank. Ape Lord Epalots? I've never seen that word. If y'all know in chat, let me know what that is. But anyways, this is a trophy worth 3 victory points if you have a monkey idol or crown, but it's worth 7 if you have both. Okay. Now, when you do acquire it, again, these are the immediate abilities. You must add 3 Clank to the bag. Okay. Let's see some of the new companion, the Spelunker, right? Gives you 3 currency and a boot. Okay, 1 boot for 1 movement, and it does add a Clank. Continuing on, here's another device, the Silver Arch. Use this to teleport to any lair or lost chamber. And of course, when it shows up, you do have to pull for, see if a dragon attacks there. Oh, this is a cool one, Tinkerer, another companion. Each device you use this turn costs 2 currency less. Very cool. And does come with 2 and a boot for movement as well. You have a forage card now. That's going to give you 1 of each, currency, combat, and a boot. And hey, you got a coin as well. So this is really a cheap way to get into that. Wait a second. Are these the... How much does this cost? Okay, cost is 3 there. Silver Arch, we saw that. Here's a Loot Chute, another device. So when you use this, you're going to get 2 coins and 2 boots. Is that 2 coins? Yeah, 2 coins and 2 boots. Very cool. All right. What else do we have? We have a new device in this expansion, the Heart of Dark. And again, the the green screen is capturing all the green in this. So I'm going to turn off the filter just a second. And you're going to see this here. Trophy, whenever you take a trophy, including this one, -2 clank. So that's cool. Take 2 clank away. However, that is going to cost you victory points at the end. So it's powerful during the game, but then it's going to lose you some points at the end of the game. So use it wisely, friends. All right, what else we have? We have Horde Keeper. Hey, Clank always has such a fun sense of humor. Would you touch this with a 10-foot pole? Well, here's a 10-foot pole. Draw a card. The next time you reveal a tile this turn, you may put that tile beneath the stack to reveal another. So very cool, right? So as you're traveling in the dungeon, maybe you don't like a certain tile, you use your 10-foot pole, put it on the bottom, and then draw the next one. Love, love, love Clank. All Clanks, and I really enjoy the, as I said, the Catacombs experience, probably the best out of the standard games. Of course, the Legacy game is by far my favorite. A couple of final cards we can take a look at. There's, I think it's like 50 new cards in the expansion. Is it 60 or 50? 50 new dungeon deck cards, including the Pack Rat. It's cute art, right? This one's worth a boot for movement. Acquire a card that costs 4 or less. If you have a backpack, put it in your hand. Oh, there it is. Cool. All right. And one of the monsters, this one is a venomous lurker. Defeat it for 3 coins. As a trophy, while you're in a crystal cave, you cannot heal. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So, trophies. I want to just clarify the trophies. When you fight a monster or use a device that has trophy text, take that card, put it face up in your personal supply. It's not in your play area, and you will never place it in the discard pile. The trophy text applies to you as long as it remains there. All right, cool. So, trophy text, folks, the cards now, additional things to help you or hinder you, perhaps. Probably, I think they're all helpful. But anyways, that is Clank Catacombs, Lairs, and Lost Chambers. Really looking forward to playing this and adding it to the base game. Once again, you get 2 of the starting tiles, then 10 of the depth tiles. Let's just verify that. Yep. 2 safety. I call them starter tiles, but they're the safety tiles. Those are the ones that you first start the game with, and then 10 of the depths. Okay. And then, of course, the meeples as well. I'll put these back in the box. Actually, I'll leave them out. You know what I'm going to do? I don't know about y'all, but I like to recycle boxes, expansion boxes, because all of this stuff, it's really not that much. It'll fit in the base box here. And I actually have the base box right there. So I will be taking this and consolidating it into that base game box there, because this is what you get. The 12 tiles, 50 dungeon cards, and then the 5 meeples and a rule book. So that will be easy to add into the expansion. I'm always a fan of that. Saving space, right? I mean, there's tons of stuff here. I need to save space. We've got a lot of great games down at the store, folks, and I've got 2 more that I would like to show you. Actually, 3 more. Let's go with this one. Fish Kids! Well, you know, I keep looking over here. I keep thinking the camera's here. The camera's here, folks. Hi. Thank you for joining me. This is Fish Kids, friends. This is a family-friendly game, right? And this is by, what company? I forget. Heidelberg, right? Heidelbar Games. And I have to show this one is hilarious. It's so cute. So I saw this at the store the last time I was there on Thursday, and it showed up at my door from the distributor. I think the week. No, actually, it's been a little while since I got it, but I hadn't opened it yet. But then when I saw it at the store, I was like, wait, that looks familiar. So of course I had to open it up. Look how cute this is. You literally put this onto your fingers. Yee, Fish Kids. Look how, or Fish Cats. You know what? I'm doing them all. Gotta cover. So you're gonna take one of these and place it. You know, we need to play this at the store. I know Chris will appreciate this. And friends, if you don't know, at the store, there's a cat named Onyx, and Onyx looks like this cat, this finger here. So here we are again right now. This is not for the actual. Well, I mean, you do use this for the game, but you only put one on a finger. Me, I'm going overboard. I'm putting them on all my fingers. There, look at that. Meow, 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 meow. I'm having way too much fun. So this is a game for up to 6 players, 6 kitties, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and It's a game of set collection. You have 50 fish cards. So the good old people who run their stalls at the famous Korean fish market, Jagalchi, sometimes need a little rest from their hard work. While they take a nap, their lovely cats take over and manage the booth. Oh, the cats love their owners, but they also love fish. What could go wrong, right? What could go wrong, friends? Well, plenty apparently. Setup. So each player is going to get an overview card. This is going to show what the different fish are worth. So let me throw this on the green screen here. And once again, the green is a little see-through there, but as you can see, all the different fish are worth, different paws, points, and so forth. And you just look at, you will see here the fish. All right, so you have these type of fish here. Oh, why is this upside? Oh, these must be like the special ones. Yeah, this is like there's like a mini expansion with the squid. Yeah, squid expansion. This is to bring more interaction into the game. You have the squid cards. But let's take a look at the gameplay real quick. You have all these tokens here. These are the points. Okay. The paw tokens. So you're going to shuffle the cards, and the number of players plus one. So if you and I were playing 2-player game, shuffle these up a little bit. It would be number of players plus one. So 1 2-player game plus 1 is 3 cards. All right. So everyone takes a kitty paw, place on their finger. Oh my gosh, this is so hilarious. I gotta do this like this. Okay. And then we have our card there, chart there. Paw tokens. The squid expansion I'll put back in the box for now. So what you're playing is with this row right here. Okay. Each player puts a kitten paw puppet finger on their index finger. Then all players shout 1, 2, 3. On 3, players swipe their kitty paw on one of the cards in the row simultaneously. So in this example, we'll say this is me and this is Michelle. We go 1, 2, 3, and then we go like this. Okay, you're going to be going. You have to put your paw on a card. Okay, if you're the only player to swipe on a specific card, you take that card face up in your score pile. So in this case, Michelle and I would each have one of these. Okay. Now, if multiple players swipe on the same card, nobody gets on that card and is removed to the discard pile. So we said 1, 2, 3, and we went like that. Then we would discard the eel card, right? That would go discard. Okay. And then afterwards, check if there is at least one player who has collected 2 different fish types with at least 3 cards each. So you're trying. It's set collection at its heart. You're trying to get, like for instance, I want 3 of these. And then Michelle wants 3 of these pufferfish, and we continue until maybe as the cards come out. Oh, there's 3 eels there. We go like this. We each have an eel. Now that gets discarded, and then you have to try to get. Hey, I want this one here, but hey, maybe Michelle sees that, right? And she goes like this, so I can't get it. All right. So each player gets paw tokens for each set of fish that they have in the score pile at the end. Now, the game ends when at least one player has 2 different fish types with at least 3 cards each. Okay, and then if they don't, then you just wipe the board and then go to the next round, dealing out new cards. The end of the game is triggered when someone has 6 or more paws. So the paws are, in this case, I've got 1, 2, 3. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will give you the number of kitten paws that you get. So for the pufferfish, you get 3 of those. You're gonna get 2 paws. But like the sardines that I had, when I get 3 of those, I only get 1 paw because they're more common, right? The more rare the fish, the more points you will get. And then that's it. That is such a cute little game. You're just keeping the what does it say? Players discard fish from their score piles. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so as you collect piles of 3, you score them, then discard them, and then when someone has 6 or more paws, that's when the game ends, and whoever has the most paws wins. If it is a tie, it is a shared victory. So the squid expansion, I was talking about that. You add the squids in. You shuffle those into the deck. When you successfully swipe a squid card, wait until all fish cards have been collected. Then steal 1 fish card of your choice from any opponent's score pile. Ah, so there it is. Now, there are some special two-player rules as well. So, you know, normally this type of game works best with multiple players. I mean, you want all the, kitty paws out there, right, folks? But for the two players, before you shuffle the cards during setup and after each scoring, both players draw one card from the draw deck. If it is a card of 1 or 3 paws, discard it and redraw until you get a 2 paws fish card. Put these cards face down in your score pile. During scoring, you may reveal face down cards and add them to your score. Okay, so if that doesn't help you to reach the threshold of 3 of the same type, you keep face down cards for future scoring. So it's a way to ramp up the action and sort of, give you a little boost up in the 2-player game. So that is Fish Cats, folks. Yay! I mean, I could just wear these all day. Fish Cats. Check out the game. It is now available at Critical Hit Games in Corona, California, folks. I'm hanging out here today doing a little preview of games that are available at the shop, and that is one of them. We just looked at Fish Cats. We also looked at the Clank Layers and Lost Chambers expansion. So Fish Cats, the Clank Legacy. Now, we got the big one coming up. I'm hoping it's going to fit on the table here. So we've got this one here. And I have not even taken the plastic off. Let's show you here. This is in the store now. The Colt Express Big Box, friends. This is literally the big box. So let's put it on the table here. Got all kinds of glare from the plastic. Get my handy dandy blade. I've not played Colt Express in a while. It's been a minute, folks. Have y'all played it? Have you played it recently? Let me know in chat. This is the big box. So I've never played with any of the expansions or any of the other goodies. So I'm looking forward to it. I remember my first experience with Colt Express was very early on in my gaming journey, right? When I first got into modern board games in 2015 or so, I went to an open gaming night at a local restaurant, and it's fun. It's really cool. I met some folks there that I'm still friends with to this day, and one of the games I played was Colt Express. So, oh, this paper comes off here. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's cool. So this paper has everything you need to know about the game, but then on the back it's a player aid. Oh my gosh, I love that. I am such a proponent of player aids in games, and to see this like this is amazing. You could totally laminate this. This is a big sheet. Wow. So it's got all the things here, and then the regular box size. Oh, okay. It's got some art. Now this is interesting. It's got this little story art here. That's cool. Normally, I sort of rant about like why don't publishers make the backs of their boxes or backs of their rule books really more useful. I mean, I like this, but I love this, right? So this is a great way to package the game, where not only you get the really cool artwork and story, it's like a comic, right? But you also get the handy dandy player aid. And of course, this is what's actually in the box here. Or no, it's just, yeah, in the box. You have the base game, the 2 expansions, and a new bandit in one box. Okay, I didn't know there was a new one. So the new bandit is Silk. You get the character sheet, bandit pawn, a horse pawn, and 23 cards. And this includes the 3D train. Now, did all the versions of this game, Colt Express, have the 3D train? I thought they did, or at least the one I played did. So I don't know if that's a standard thing, or maybe it was standard when it first came out. I'm not sure. But let's take a look in the box. As you can see, this is a well-regarded game. I think it did, won the Spiel way back in 2015. Long time. And then we also have awards from France, Spain, and Italy. Double Golden Pawn. I don't know what that means, but pretty cool. Okay, so let's take a look here. So once again, what's inside the big box here? It has a little more artwork and story, and then I love this. Oh, it's actually, oh my gosh, it's a little booklet. So you got your player aid. What is all this? Oh, how to use this big box. Okay. Very cool. Brian Ashman says, want to play it? Have not played it all, but have looked at BGA and watched a video. Yeah, Brian, I know this is a classic. It's a lighter game, I believe, from what I remember. But it's a well-loved game. And this big box, oh my gosh, this is great. So you open this up. Contents and modules description. Shows you where the base game's going to go, all the different modules. They have it all set up. Round cards. How to play. There it is. Base game, 2 bandits per player, team mode, and expert variant. How to use the modules. Really neat. And then here's the new bandit right here, Silk. All about her. And of course, I was so thrilled about the player aid that I didn't even realize this was a little booklet that you keep. So very neat. Love that. All right, continue on inside. Here is the main rulebook. Excuse me. Cold Express set in 1899. So, yeah, the classic Western trope of, you know, bank robbers and whatnot. Hey, Deadpan's in us. Hi, Deadpan. Thanks for joining us over here at Critical Hit Games. Folks, if you're new to the channel, welcome on in. Thank you for joining me. I know most of you all from Tabletop Tonight, the AM edition and the PM edition. Get some water going here. But thank you for following Critical Hit Games. We are trying to build their online presence and streaming and videos and all kinds of stuff. I'm so proud to be working with them and excited to see what the future holds. Okay, so this game is a 40-minute game, 2 to 6 players, 10 and up. And your mileage may vary. Here's the 3D train. And from what I remember, oh man, it's been a minute since I played. I believe it's an action selection game, and you're trying to move your marshals around in order to get the bandits, if that's correct. Man, it's been a while. There it is. Object of the game. To win, you must become the richest bandit in the Wild West. Oh, the richest bandit. That's right. To reach this goal, you will try to get more loot than your opponents without getting hit by too many bullets. I do remember that. The best shooter will receive the title of gunslinger. So there's a lot of fun little interaction, you know, shooting your opponents and whatnot. You have your types of turns. Phase 1 is scheming. That's where you draw the top card of the round deck, place it in front so everyone can see it. During this phase, okay, it's a program gaming. Beginning round, you get 6 cards for your hand. Then during the scheming phase, you will program your bandits' actions by playing action cards in a pile. Actions resolve during the next phase. Okay. All right. And then phase 2 is stealing. That's when you take your pile of action cards and turn over without changing the order and resolve one by one. So that's where you can move and shoot and do all the things. Game ends at the end of the 5th round, and you add up the value of loot tokens that you've gathered during the game. Here's all the breakdown of the different action cards. Move, change floors. It's a 3D game, so you can go on inside the train car or on top. And then shoot. Of course, y'all know what shoot is. Rob, you're going to take loot tokens. Then the marshal, move the marshal. So you want to move the good guy around to where where it's away from your bandit, right? Then punch, that's the old fighting. Then what's really cool, I remember when I first played this, I was so new to gaming. I was like, that's so cool that every character has a different ability, right? So asymmetric abilities, of course. You have Goes, you have Doc, Tuco, Cheyenne, Belle, Django. What's Doc? At the start of the round, Doc draws 7 cards instead of 6. Tuco, you can shoot a bandit on the other floor of your car. Oh, that's cool. And then we also have advanced rules. We have event cards and special rules. So a 12-page rule book, and really the rules are maybe 6 pages. So very easy to get to the table in that sense, right? Not too much rules overhead. Now, of course, that's going to change as you add expansions and whatnot. This is the Marshals and the Prisoners expansion. And here are all the instructions on how to build those cards. So I love Legos, and these aren't Legos, but I just love building these 3D things. So I will be having fun building the locomotive and the train cards as well. Here's more stuff you can build. Excuse me. Some terrain here. I got the horse, got the train. Like I said, the terrain, cactus, mountains, and stuff. Rock formations. Another expansion, the horses and stagecoach, right? Hey, Corthane, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. Yeah, building up the audience here over at Critical Hit Games. I'm streaming once a week for them on Thursdays from the store. But additionally, when I have time and energy, basically on Tuesdays, I want to do stuff like this where I preview games that are actually on sale at the store. So these are on sale at the store. We've looked at the Clank Catacombs expansion, Layers of Lost Chambers. We just looked at a really cute kids game called Fish Cats. Is that what it's called? Fish Cats, yes. Fish Cats, Katz. And now we're looking at the Colt Express big box that just came out. So here's some punch boards here. You're going to be making those vehicles and whatnot. May, Samuel Ford, all the characters and stuff. Silk. Oh, this is the new one. Silk's the new bandit. Excuse me. We have all the other ones here, classic ones there. Really cool insert, right? That's where you're going to be placing all the trains on all your 3D vehicles. It's all been numbered nice and neat. And Corthane, good to be here. Glad to see you not in business hours. Easier to chat when I'm not. Oh yeah. And that's another cool thing. Here 6 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, easier for some folks to hang out and check out the stream. So Corthane, as I'm hanging out here, I asked earlier, it's the gift giving season. Got 2 questions for everyone in chat, Corthane and everyone that's here. Number 1, and Brian Ashman answered this earlier, but feel free to answer again, Brian. What games you're excited about? Any new stuff that you're into? And also, what games are you giving away for the holidays? And don't worry, I won't tell anyone what games you're giving away. The secret will be here with me and the internet. B. Travis, hey, thanks for hanging out. Does everything fit back in the box once it's all assembled? Yeah, that's according to this big booklet here. Everything is going to go back into the box. And they have it on this thing here, how to use the big box. Before your first game, assemble all 3D contents. Straighten assemble the dividers to create 16 compartments where you place the game contents as described below. Excuse me. Base game's going to go here. I don't know if you can see it here where it's like outlined. Base game here, and then you have your cards, and then you have each compartment is numbered, and that's going to tell you what goes in there. So the base game is going to take, it looks like this spot here. Yeah, and it tells you the locomotive goes in slot 7. One of the train cars go in these slots here. Your meeples go here. Looks like the cards, and then the player boards go here. More tokens go there. The prison module. So we have a couple expansions. They tell you where to put those here as well. And then the Marshall module is compartment 16 and so forth. So yes, to answer the question, B. Travis, everything does fit back into it. Now, I haven't actually physically done it because I'm literally opening it right now. But just the way this sheet looks, or this booklet looks, and everything, that's how it's set up, it seems like it should be able to fit right back in there, no problem. Like the depth of it, like here's the cards, they're literally standing up and plenty of room. There's still like a finger's worth of room right above it, so the box cover won't be like, sticking up. So here are the game cards here. Bunch of new decks. I'm not gonna open these up. These are all for the base game and the expansions. So I think, yeah, that's it. So going backwards here, we've got the player boards, right? All the punch outs for the trains and whatnot, and terrain. What I can do, I'll put these over on this side. So of course these, when you punch them, they're not going to be looking like that, of course. The instructions for doing the trains, I'll put those right there for now. 2 of the rule books for the expansions, Horses and Stagecoach, Marshall and Prisoners, go right there. And the main rule book there. And now that this was actually on the outside of the box, but now it'll fit easily back into the box. And there is the Colt Express big box. So just for scale sense, I would say this is probably about a similar size to Lost Ruins of Arnak. So if you know that box size, like Ticket to Ride would probably be about like this big, and then it's extended more, and probably the same like height as a Ticket to Ride, but it really reminds me of a Lost Ruins of Arnak box. Corthane says, lately I've been really excited about playing some more Sausage Sizzle and Gingerbread House. That's great. Sausage Sizzle's fun, Corthane. You're right. I just brought that out this past week, and I learned it. I was like, oh, this is such a fun little dice game. You know, Yahtzee style, right? Lately I've been, Gingerbread House, yes, praise be, a Phil Walker Harding game. Waiting anxiously for Santa's Workshop to arrive. Yeah, Santa's Workshop, fantastic worker placement game. Perfect for the holiday season. Corthe has been giving away a lot of family games like Battle All Artichokes and Sleeping Queens. Nice. I haven't played Sleeping Queens yet, but Battle All Artichokes. Fantastic game. Okay, what else can I take a look at? B. Travis. Yeah, keep the questions coming, folks. Ruel, any games you're hoping to get over the holidays? Yeah, so the big one, I'm hoping to get Arcs. I don't know if I'm hoping to get it. I'm hoping to play it. My buddy Jake over at Good Time Society, he's been trying to get a game together with me for the last like month and a half, ever since excuse me, the World Series of Board Game. Hey, actually been like 2 months now. I just have our timing's not right, and I don't live too close to Jake. I'm at almost about 45 minutes east of where he is, so it takes us a little planning to get together the game, and unfortunately, but I think I had something on order. What did I order? Oh no, you know what? Did that come in? Try to see what came in. I know I had some games that were on sale. It was the Disney animated game. I picked that up. I think I posted in the Discord where I bought that at it was like super cheap, like 10 or 12 bucks for like a $40 game. So I'm really looking forward to that. Have you played that? Anyone? B. Travis or Corthan or whoever. The Disney anime game from was it Prospero Hall? So they're not around anymore, and I thought they were out of print, but that one, it just popped up on sale recently, and I shared it in my Discord that y'all are part of. So I got that at a really good price. What else? I'm looking forward to playing a bunch of games that I have. I was super excited that on Thanksgiving I always bring over lighter games. The ones that were big hits, Green Team Wins, which families always loved, and then new to them, and really this one was a hit was Flip 7. That's like blackjack for gamers. Basically, you either hit or you stand, and you're trying to get either 7 cards that are different, or you bust, or you can stand at any time, and then you're eventually trying to reach the 200-point mark, and then that'll trigger the end. Whoever has most points wins. Flip 7 is fantastic. Highly recommend. But the one was a huge hit, and I figured it would be. Been trying to get my family to play for years, like my immediate family. But this was the first time we all were able to get together and play. We played Ready, Set, Bet. And like I've had every experience of Ready, Set, Bet, it was fantastic. So my nephew was really into it. I was really hoping because I know it's his type of game, and like any other game of Ready Set Bet, it always devolves into like shouting for your horse. Come on, number 5, let's go for it. And, oh, it was hilarious. Great times. B. Travis says, I picked up Flip 7 after watching. Oh, nice. Oh, I don't know if you played it yet, B. Travis, but yeah, Bonds and I know Bonds is a big fan. I think she's she posted she's on vacation or something out of town, and she posted her and her husband were playing Flip 7 with friends, and I thought that was a cool picture. I think the last time I played with Michelle might have won our game at Thanksgiving. Are you tempted to jump over the fence and start? No, you know what? I have some ideas, Corthane. I've had ideas for games. I've shared them with my main gaming buddy, Daryl, who designs games, and he recently published his own solo game. And I bounce ideas off him, but it's so outside of my skill set. I think I'm better off as like a developer, or just, someone that I'll give you my 2 cents on a game, and hopefully, I've helped. I'd like to think I've helped Daryl with some of his game design, just bouncing ideas off. It's like, hey, this doesn't really work well. Why don't you try this? Or just he's the master designer. I just sort of give him ideas and stuff. Gonna wait until after Christmas to grab Flip 7. Yep. Race, set, bet. Roll the dice or let the app call the race. I was rolling the dice, and then afterwards, because I want to see how people enjoyed it. Right, I want to give them the full analog experience. And once they loved it, I showed them the app. They're, oh, that's even cooler. And I showed, hey, look at the guest there, and I was one of the guest callers. So they're, oh my gosh! So my niece and niece and nephew were really excited. Hey, their Uncle Ruel's sort of cool. He's on the app. So now I scored some cool points with my nieces and nephew there. Yeah, I'm an idea man for sure. B Travis. Yeah, so Flip 7. I don't know if it's at the store right now. I'm gonna talk to the owner. Hopefully they get some copies in because I think it's a great game. But hey, friends, hopefully you like this. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because tomorrow I've got to get ready for tomorrow. Good Morning Society, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, with Becca Scott or the Good Time Society channel. And then Thursday I'll be back here on the Critical Hit Games channel, but I'll be at the store. So thank you all for following and hitting that follow button so you'll be notified. We will be going live at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern from the store. And I'm excited because we've got a couple of games lined up for the rest of December that I'm really excited to play. And you just have to tune in to see what they are. All right. Thanks again, everybody. I'm going to go send you all off on a raid. Please stick around for the raid. Who are we going to raid? I want to raid. Who is on it? Is Bonds back in town? I don't know if she is. Thanks, B. Travis. Thanks, Corthane. Appreciate y'all. Y'all are great. I really do appreciate you. Let's go to Twist Games playing something. I don't know what they're playing. Lachina Hour. What's Dad playing? Oh, that's a funny name for a chat or for a channel. Looks like someone's Kingdom Death Monster. Oh, and then Potion Lex. You know what? Let's go over to Twist Gaming. I'm going to send you on a raid. Let them know what you're up to. And thank you, friends, again, for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow for Good Morning Society. And Thursday, I'll see you back here on Critical Hit Games. Again, if you're new here, thank you so much. And take care, everybody. Bye.